So as some of you wrote to me, there was some problems with the sound. Tell me please if you can hear me now. Yes, now you can hear me. Great. So I hope that these sound issues won't happen again. So again, welcome everyone here today. We are going to spend the next hour together talking about motivating learners and taking part in different interactive activities. This question mark is the only way how we can communicate today. It means that I will see your questions, but nobody else can see them. So from time to time, I go back to our question box and I will look at the questions and try to answer them. Anyway, if you have anything to discuss with me after the webinar, feel free to contact me and we'll have the consultation on the phone or online whenever is convenient to you. Also, today you will participate in different interactive activities. For these activities, you will need your smartphones, so probably pads, in order to try them, right? And I hope that you will find them really useful and will be able to use them with your learners. They are not connected to the publishing house. They are just free online resources for teachers, for anyone who needs them. So I hope that you will find something new. And now I think we can start. So my name is Diana Головань. I am an LT consultant for National Geographic Learning in Ukraine. And we are going to talk today about motivating content, how to make our lessons more motivating, more engaging for our students, because from year to year our students become smarter, become more interesting, and it's really not so easy to motivate them. So our plan for today, we are going to talk about our modern world and modern learners, what they like, what they need, what they want. Also, we will talk about integrated learning, what it means, what you can do on your English language lessons, and then we will talk about different culture, how, by what means, what things can help you to talk about different cultures in your classroom. A few words about National Geographic Learning. This is a publishing house, a part of Cengage Group, a very big academic learner literature publisher. And National Geographic Learning focuses on English and foreign language textbooks. The main aim of the publishing house is to show to the teachers that English is not isolated from other subjects from our life. English is like an instrument that helps you, your students, anyone to communicate, to find out about different things in the world, to be closer to the world, and to find new friends. Having this aim in mind, National Geographic Learning suggests the textbooks that are full of real-life pictures, real-life stories, great videos, supported by photography and specialists from National Geographic. This publishing house helps us bring the world into our classrooms and help our students see how different people live around the world, what interesting happens around the world. All the materials are up to date. They cater for the modern students' needs, and they also like to tell you stories that the world tells us. If we are talking about textbooks for state schools, we have interesting propositions for primary school, for secondary school as well. For primary school, this is the Wonderful World Second Edition series, and for secondary school, this is Close Up Second Edition series. They are great. They have all necessary information that you need in order to cover the school program. They will give profound knowledge of grammar, of vocabulary, together with interesting stories, wonderful videos, stunning photographs, and the language that your students will need in order to communicate. Also, they are great for exam preparations. Your students will get all the skills they need in order to be successful English users and in order to pass the exam, the state exams successfully. So that was a little bit of advertisement. If you're interested in our production, I'm very sorry for this sound. If you hear it, just something is outside. So if you're interested in any propositions by National Geographic Learning, we welcome you to visit our site, linguist.ngl.com.ua, where you will find the whole set of textbooks and their descriptions. Also, there will be a button that that will lead you to the site where you can download some samples and try them with your students. Also, on our site, we publish different materials like board games, useful articles, the recording of the seminars. We, National Geographic Learning in Ukraine, holds one webinar for all Ukrainian teachers from Ukrainian part, and also several webinars and conferences per year from National Geographic Learning Europe. All right, so I suggest we start our talk today. And the first question to me, what is our world like today? I would like you to now to take your smartphones or maybe open a new tab on your laptop and go to this site, menti.com. When you are there, you will be asked to enter the code. You can see the code at the end of the sentence, 3879996. So like me, I'm just opening my browser. I enter this site, menti.com. I see now your answers here in our chat, but let's make this wonderful word map from your answers. So what you need to do is to enter the site and download this code, 3879996. Once you are there, you will be asked to type your answers. Let's start. Okay, we can see that some of you have already submitted your answers. So our world is the one word that is connected to today's world is beauty. Probably you are right. Let's add some more words. Let's add something. I saw very interesting ideas. I saw very interesting ideas in our chat, so would you mind to share them with us? So more and more words are adding. So again, you need to go to your to use your smartphones. Go to this site menti.com. Use the code and write your answers. So you can see that more and more words are adding. So some of you are thinking about positive sides like wonderful world full of happiness, beauty, love. Yeah. Some of you decide that the world is dangerous, that we are all in a rush, that is crazy world, that is high-tech world, interesting world. That's true. If we talk about the situation, this pandemic situation, yeah, we can say that our world is a bit different from what we have a year ago. Great. So as you can see, more and more words are adding to this mind map, to this word cloud. I'm very sorry. And this is the way that you can use this. You can start, if you have your online lessons, you can start your lesson like this with your students. You just prepare your question, your students, it's very easy to use. So they go to the site, they enter, and you will see if they have enough vocabulary to talk on the new topic, if they have correct spelling, because if we are with the students, we will probably see some mistakes. However, we will notice them and we'll be able to correct after the lesson, of course, after the activity, of course. So, great. Let's wait for one more minute and we'll move on. So, as you can see, there are so many different interesting ideas about our world. So, it's not an ordinary world, yeah, not usual. So it's spectacular. It has amazing, beautiful places, diverse culture, diverse nature. It has, it's sometimes dangerous, right? It's fast. Everything changes, new things appear. We forget about something that was popular yesterday and we're looking forward to something new. We all have a bit less time that we used to have. Now we're all in a rush. We have so many tasks to complete and so little time for that. That's right. Thank you very much. So I will leave this word cloud. We will get back to this application and try another activities, but a bit later. Thank you. Thank you very much for your participation. I think that now we can see this picture. I would even make the print screen of it and add to our presentation today. So this is it. This is our word cloud about our world. All right. Let's move on. In this case, if we live in this beautiful, diverse, but dangerous and high-speed, high-tech world, what do we need to teach our students? Apart from just language rules and new vocabulary, what skills, what knowledge do our students need? Now you can type your ideas in our chat, in this question box. I will be happy to read your ideas. But while I'm waiting, I would like to share my ideas. So, in our diverse world, we need our students to understand the cultural differences. Today is no other, not like several years even or decades ago, we have much content from different cultures. People are freer to travel. The borders are not so closed. So our students, as well as we do, we can meet different cultures, we can see different people. And it's great if we are ready for this, if we understand that some people can be different. We need to understand their living habits, probably, their culture, their everyday life, some things that are different from ours. And it doesn't mean that they are strange, right? It means that our world is diverse, and we need to practice to see the difference and be ready to accept the difference. Also, be ready to adapt to changes. Our world is changing. Last year, we were sitting in our classrooms teaching students. Today, we use technology. We use Zoom or Skype or Viber in order to give the lessons, right? So our students need to be ready that changes can happen, and you need to be quick, to be efficient in order to get used to new situation, and but still be effective. Also, be open to new and different ideas. We are not talking that we need to understand and take as the foreground these ideas, but to take to granted these ideas. But anyway, we need to be ready to at least to find out about them, right? And probably to evaluate, to have some critical thinking in order to decide if this idea, if this new startup or anything is great for us, or it's just a waste of time. Together with this, we need to teach our students, be flexible, be creative and proactive. When I say proactive, it means they need to be ready to take their responsibility for their actions, try to do their best in order to achieve greater results, not try to find the support from others. They need to find this responsibility. Creativity also one of the main skills that is necessary for our future jobs, for our future leaders, probably. Okay, some of your ideas that our students need to be ready to change, they need to be open to new ideas, they need to be able to understand different people. Thank you very much for sharing. That's very important that you are active today with me. When we are active, we understand more, we remember more. So do our students. We need to motivate them to participate in the lesson, in the discussion, by using technology or some interesting questions anyway. Also, teamwork is very important, of course. I think it's quite clear, right? I can do a lot, but together with my friends, I can achieve even better results. Let's now think a little bit about our young learners. How do they study? First of all, they are active learners. They have so much information every day. They know so little about our world, about different subjects, that they have this new information that they learn at every step. Initially, they are very active. They try to understand these rules, to apply them to their own experience, and then to act accordingly. That's why we need to take it into consideration when we teach our students. We don't give them the answer. We help them to find their way to find these answers. Also, they need some space for language growth. They will if the content of the lesson is too easy for them, they can feel demotivated also, as well as if it is too difficult for them also. But if they have a little challenge, if it is a bit more difficult that they can do, they will feel that they need to develop, they need to grow, they need to find out something new. Of course, together with the support of the teacher. Also, they can notice these rules, these grammar structures, so all, but we need to help them to pay attention to this. For example, here we can, in this example of the boy and girl talking, we can focus our students on these prepositions. Do I say in summer, on summer, or something like that, right? Do I put comma or not? Yeah. Do I use play or playing or place? A typical mistake for students to say ing form everywhere after they have studied continuous. So we need to focus them and help them to notice these language patterns. They learn from socializing. They don't want do. You write to me. I'm just opening our chat box. Understand each other. Try. They don't want to. I think that you write this for this noticing. That's right. Probably for them it could be sometimes difficult to understand the rule. Sometimes they can be not so active, right? But if the teacher is consistent, if he showed the example of what it means to be curious, if he brings some interesting photos, probably to find this curiosity, to help our students become more entertained, probably more engaged into the lesson, step by step, little by little, we will see that, all right, actually they can think, they can analyze, right? But it takes time. From the teacher, the first rule for the teacher would be to be persistent. Not to give up, try to support our students, show them the different ways how they can do that. If they feel that it's not scary, it's not terrified, they can just try, for example, to understand the rules. They can give you all the crazy ideas, you will accept them and then help them to understand the rule. They will feel it like the game. Let's have a look here. Using of the picture, I've already talked about that, and I think that pictures are one of the best sources to start discussion, to present any rules, to engage our students. And it's very easy. You just need to go to the internet. You can download interesting pictures on the topic that you study and bring them to the lesson. So let's start. Let's imagine that we are primary students. Look at this robot. What do you think it is doing? It is demonstrating taekwondo, it is dancing, or probably this robot is going to catch a ball. In our chat box, please write your answer A, B, or C. What do you think? So the robot in the picture, is it demonstrating taekwondo? Is it dancing? Is it going to catch a ball? Okay, some of you thinks it's dancing. Lots of the answers actually here is about dancing. Great. Some of you think it's going to catch a ball. Nice. Okay, I also see some teachers voting for picture A, like demonstrating taekwondo, but B is one of the most is the most popular answer here, right? That's right. Let's check. So the photo shows robots demonstrating Taekwondo. They were part of a ceremony to open a new robot hall held at the National Science Museum in Gwacheon in South Korea. Something new, something interesting. Can you imagine a robot doing Taekwondo? Have you ever thought about this? It's really interesting. Can you imagine how it does it? You can help even your young learners. You can ask them to, you can, for example, write this name of this science museum, name of this robot hall, yeah, and ask your students to go home with their parents to Google to this exhibition and or maybe to YouTube and to find some videos how the robot does it. The next lesson, you can ask your students, so, did you see, did you find, what was it like? Did you like it? Also, picture, again, it's a great source for us to talk about different things. If we are talking about you, how would you use this picture? What would you do with the picture? For example, the book suggested the related words, and here the exercise 1, look at the photo, tick the body parts that the robot hasn't got, right? So we can revise body parts with this picture. It's not a typical picture that we used when we talk about body parts. It's something new, yeah? Even technology have different body parts. Let's revise them, right? What other ideas, what we can do with this picture? I see some answers. Yeah, you're right, your associations, right? Good. If we have a big class, for example, we can organize some survey. Who likes this picture, who doesn't like this picture, very quickly. So you just write these answers, you ask your students to put up hands, and you write and you show them. So how the people are different even in one group. Another, count the robots. Great, yes. For young learners, it's nothing. The language is not so difficult, but the picture is great. So that is what is great about the pictures. They can be used for different levels, but they can engage our students. You can, for example, ask them to remember the details, hide the picture, and then ask them some questions. How many robots are there? What colors do you remember? What country is it, and something, and so on and so forth. Rewrite present progressive. Great. I would ask students to find information about the inventors. Yeah, for all the students, even for not so proficient students, it would be great. They can do it in their language, but you will help them to speak English. For some of students who are interested in technology, it would be a great individual project. What are they talking about? Yeah, great. Let's imagine this. It's night, right? All people gone, and now robots are alive. They can discuss something, what they will talk about. You can even give some words, put some words on the board and help your students create this. They can write you very small notes, like of what would these robots say. They can write some notes. You collect the notes, and then you will read them one by one, together with checking their spelling, their grammar accuracy, and so on and so forth. To discuss unusual activities during holidays. Great, wonderful idea. Thank you very much. I always like to ask teachers to share their ideas because it helps me to come up with new ideas for the next webinars, and together we learn from each other. So you can hear not just from the speaker, but from your peers. So here are some activities the book suggested, like remind students of the topic of the unit and talk about the photo. Find out if students ever had a toy robot or played with one. If so, where and when. if they watch films with robots, if they would like to like a taekwondo robot, or what other sport or jobs they would like a robot for. You can organize it as a class survey, and then practice send the results of the survey for bigger groups. You can organize pair work. You can just write some questions on the board and ask your students to talk in pairs, for example, right? Ask your students to close their books and tell you everything they remember about the photo, except words, not just the sentences. It's very important. When they brainstorm, we accept all the ideas. We don't say, we don't demotivate them. We say, no, you don't say this. I remember it very well when I was a young student, and I was afraid to say anything just because I was afraid of making mistakes. When teaching a new unit, motivate students by connecting the topic to something in students' own experience. For example, ask students what type of technology they have or use every day. Ask them to tell you about it. Making personal connection helps students connect to the topic. This works well with all age groups, with all students, if you start talking about them. You will find out amazing things about your students. It could be probably not so close to the topic, but at least you will understand what your students are into. And you will be ready with this information, to use this information for your next lessons. And you will help your students to be more engaging. Now, again, some predictions. What vocabulary and grammar can we teach during the topic, technology? So here, the book suggests us up-to-date vocabulary talking about technology, actually. Yeah, tablet, smartphone, keyboard, screen, email, answer, right? They have this photo capture. They can practice new vocabulary with listening and reading to very small sentences. They do some activities in order to understand their meaning and to use their words. Also grammar. Here the grammar is adverbs of frequency for present simple, right? Your students can give you lots of ideas now, what they often do, with which technology they sometimes use, which they never use, so on and so forth. So it's interesting, it's closer to their own life, and it helps your students to feel that, okay, now English is not something very far from me, where my everyday life and English, they're so different. No, it helps me to talk about what I'm interested in. I bet that more than half of students are fond of computer games, are fond of technology. They can, to some extent, they use it. So why don't you try it? Next time you study present simple with your students, just organize this quiz. Also, as you can see, the book gives us lots of opportunities to practice a lesson in pairs, like making the dialogue similar to what you see. And even this practice, phonics and sounds practice, is closer to the topic. So they pay attention even to this. We can practice this sound A, yeah, a male, tail, chair, hair, together with the modern words. Now, another thing that helped me personally to motivate my students is creating projects. Of course, making a great project takes a lot of effort from the teacher, because the real project should be prepared really great. And so let's imagine you studied with your students, you studied the unit technology. The topic there was, the grammar topic there was present simple. They studied some words, they read some text. Now we would like to sum up the topic together with the project. Please share your ideas, what this project would be like. I think it will take a bit of time for you to think about it, but I invite you to be active, to share your ideas. Maybe it is this, this time when you prepare this project and will really do it with your students. So let's be active, let's take part. You can go back to this menti.com site and answer the questions. I will just 1 second, I will just open it and give you the opportunity to participate. So here now, if you check, again, you need to go back to this menti.com. If you have logged out, you need to type this oh, you can do mind map. Yeah, like the it could be just sum up vocabulary project. Yeah, let's make mind map, probably with interesting pictures. You can bring some photos from magazines, from the internet, yes, and make this colorful mind map for all students to remember these words forever. Wonderful idea. I like it very much. Thank you. Create your own robot, make a robot and describe it. Yes. Why not? Sure. You can create the robot and prepare some exercises, some sentences to describe it. Yeah. You can even make this secret voting for the best robot. Crossword. Yeah. You can create the crossword on the topic of technology, share it with your friend. Great. Research about influence of IT technology. That's very interesting. I really like this idea. I think it came from the teacher of not primary, right, but secondary pupils. Anyway, great. So we by doing this project, we will show our students that we are here next to our life, right? A video presentation, some of you wrote to me, maybe some details of the robot with description of own robot. Yeah, great. Video, right? Let's make video of a robot, find probably interesting video. Find the best video scene from the movie and tell about it, right? Or find this scene and try to reconstruct it with your students and make video of it, for example. Yeah, make a comic. Great, wonderful ideas. Thank you very much. You will get the recording of this webinar, so you will be able to, again, to come back here when next time you have the unit technology, you can come here and be inspired. Unnecessary inventions. I like it. Thank you very much. Describe the appearance. Robot can give tasks. Describe the appearance. Robot can give tasks. Write as many words as you can. Connect it with the picture. Okay, great. Unnecessary inventions. I think it's very interesting because we are all fond of technology. Our students are fond of technology, but it has another side, right? Like everything. Some of them are really not necessary. Some of them can stop us from being active humans, right? Robots' dreams. Wow, I like this idea. Stories. Great, thank you very much, dear colleagues, for being to make a presentation, for being active. I think that we will stop here for a while, just because I have so many information that I would like to share with you. So what does the book suggest? This is a very simple project. First of all, students get ready to this project, and it's very important for us, if we want the project to be successful, to give it a profound preparation time. So they will revise the words. They will see 2 pictures of an old phone, a new one. They will answer some questions, use the language, and then they will need to find different phones. They can talk to their family members to ask, for example, Mom, what was your first phone like? Or what is grandma? What does grandma's phone look like? If she has it, of course. Then they bring this picture to school and tell friends about their phone. This is a task for the second graders, right? If we're talking about more advanced students, you can use the idea that you wrote to me. That's wonderful. As you can see, the projects here, they are very easy to do. They help your students make some family connections. They revise the language from the unit, and they are age level appropriate. It means that students are capable of doing them by themselves. Next thing that I would like to talk to you about is integrated learning. Another thing that can help us motivate our students. If we go back to the basics and read what the program, the state program tells us, it says that we have different competencies and we need we need to integrate subjects together and help our students to grow up as the whole personality, right? Be able to use different knowledge in new situation. That's why integrated is important. To our mind, integrated learning help us use a language through the content we have and help us find more motivated learners. Why is that? It's not a secret that not all the students love learning languages. For some of them, it's really not interesting. It's maybe difficult. They have different reasons why they don't like it. But they have different interests. Some of them can be fond of history. I remember one boy who was fond of doing something by some crafts. Another one was great in music. So every time you start talking about different subjects in English, it helps weaker and not motivated students to take part, to see that English can be used not just to fill in the gap, maybe, or to prepare some language projects, but to talk about what they are interested in. It's a good idea to find out what subjects your students are good at, and add these to your lessons. It really helps them. You will give them the language they need, because if they talk more about history, for example, they will use this language. Also, integrated learning will help us build this intercultural awareness. Your students will understand that we are not alone in the world. There are different people with different interests. As for you, which subjects do you integrate with English? If you do that, of course. Or which subjects could be integrated with English? While I'm waiting for your answers, here is the picture. They can help us to come up with our ideas. So these are, again, this is just the unit from the book, but this picture can help us talk about some art. Talk about art, talk about geography when we try to investigate where this is taken from. Talk about history, because these are the cave paintings. Ancient people did them, so we can do that. So you can see that different subjects can be integrated just with the use of one picture. History, music, art projects, art, geography. These are your answers. Great, thank you. Math, numbers, geography, and many others. Right, math, not even just numbers. It could be some percentage. For example, every time you do this class voting, you can help your students understand what percent mean. Yeah, so 25% of the class likes chocolate ice cream, for example, right? Again, this is math. I remember one boy in the, I don't remember, first or second grade, maybe first grade. We have several lessons when we integrated English together with math. and we were talking about buying and selling things. And this boy was so fond of counting money that he was working all lesson of this when we talking about price, when we try about currency, when we try to figure out what we can buy if we have this or that sum of money. He was just so engaged. He forgot that he was afraid of English. He forgot that he was that on this during the English lessons he was not he was sleeping or dreaming most of the times. He just became very active. He used to ask me all the words that he need in order to be the first to answer. That was amazing. That was the time when I understood how it's important to know your students' interests. If we are talking about history, again, some examples from the book. We can ask our students to dig deeper, to talk about how old they are, make some suggestions where they are. Again, if the people made it, why they make it, what was their life like. Make a story about a day of a person who lived in that age. Great way to talk about past simple, right? Again, we can see that it's just an English book, but it helps us to integrate the subjects. Here we have some basic vocabulary that we will need in order to young children to talk about history. In a very simple language, using very simple words, but in any way, again, for them it will be interesting, something unusual. And of course, the logical grammar topic would be past simple, right? It's very easy to talk about past simple when we talk about history. We can talk about dinosaurs. I guess that lots of children like dinosaurs. They can imagine whatever dinosaur it could be. And practice speaking, making these word sentences, talking about something in the past. If they are not fond of dinosaurs, they can imagine what the music was like, how people communicated with each other, how children entertained each other if they didn't have these computers and PlayStations. Right. Also, all the language is practiced together with workbook. Very simple, but like they start from simple and move to the more complicated activity that help your students use the language and try to practice it more and more times. Again, projects. Let's compare some dinosaurs. Yeah. Tell about your dinosaurs. So great pictures, great projects, simple language, but even second graders are able to do that. Next thing, the last one is about culture. So as you see the picture of a city. Which city do you think it is? Is it Lviv, is it New York, or Shanghai? Of course, for you, the answer, I think is obvious, but for our students, it's something to find out. We can tell them later a bit about some things. Yes, of course. Thank you for your answers. This is New York. Now, let's have a little game, true or false. Read the statements and decide if they are true or false. You need much money to have fun in New York. The Central Park in New York is bigger than 2 countries. The American Museum of Natural History is free. So very quickly, you need much money to have fun in New York. True or false? The Central Park in New York is bigger than 2 countries. True or false? All right, I can see different answers from you. True, false, true, false, false, true, 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 false. So very different answers. Great. Remember them. You will find out the details at the end very, very soon. This is how we start the lesson. That is a lesson devoted to reading, and we started from asking our students for their opinion. Yeah, if the museum is free, if the park is as big as 2 countries, if you don't need much money to have fun in New York, right? After that, we help our students with vocabulary. We give them the vocabulary they need in order to understand the text. If we are talking about remote learning, that's one great application that is called flippity.net. You need Google account to work there, but it's very easy to use. So you can now you can scan this QR code to try this activity with me on your own, or you can just follow the link that I'm going to follow with me, and I will have a look what this flippity looks like. You can, again, you will receive the video of the recording of the webinar, so you will be able to scan it during it will work no matter if it is if I am there or no, so it just self-paced. So this flippity, so here is like a scavenger hunt. Your students need to choose any log and write the answer. So this is a very tall building. We remember there was skyscraper. Let's check. Oh no, something is wrong. Probably I forget to write. Not again. Yes. Now we know how to write it correctly. One log is opened. So again, you need to go to flippity.net. There are different types of activities. You press on them and then you follow the instruction, and then you can share this link with your students. So we have one open log. Let's try another one. Let's try number 2. You go there when you need money. Let's check. Yes, that is true. This is the bank. After that, you sometimes go up these to enter the building. I remember this word, stairs. Let's check. Yes, great. So by doing this, your students do this activity. After that, they can send you the screenshot of how many logs they have. Oh, thank you very much for answering. You go there to buy things like clothes and shoes. I don't remember what were there. Shopping mall, probably. No. Shopping center, yeah. Great. So, and so on and so forth. So you can practice the vocabulary together with this. Now let's go back to our text. Your suggestions. Now let's read the text very quickly and find the answers. I think that just from 5 to 7 minutes and we will finish. So we will a bit later today. So just so much information I would like to share with you. So remember the questions. You don't need much money to have fun in New York. So the Central Park is bigger than 2 countries. And one more is about museum, that is free. So have you found the answers or no? Here are them. Yeah, so according to the text, it's false. You can have fun without much money. It is bigger than 2 countries, and if we talk about these 2 countries, is Vatican City and Monaco. Yeah, so can you imagine the size of this Central Park? And American Museum of Natural History is free. It's not free, but cheap. Again, I'm checking the first questions were made for to give our students reasons why to read the text, actually, right? So they have their own ideas. Now we help them check these ideas together with the text. If you can even motivate them more when you put their answers on the board, or even make something like the lottery. Yes, or who will win, for example, a right to choose the game for the next lesson. Yeah, the person who gets more answers, or something like that. Okay. So you can, again, if you have time, you can just scan this QR code and check another activity like spinning wheel. When you want our students to work more actively, you can always do this spinning wheel. It helps. So it turns the ordinary book into something more fun. So you spin the wheel. You type there all the questions from the text, you spin the wheel, and you ask this question to your students, give them, for example, time, set some time, and check if they understand the text. Again, you spin the wheel, you ask them the question, check the time, and move on very quickly. So in this case, your students will be more engaged in doing the tasks. So today we were talking about motivating students with meaningful content, and all the examples were taken from this great series, Wonderful World 2nd edition. This is a 6-level course for the students from the 1st up to the 6th grade. It has the permission of Ministry of Education to be used in state schools. The book has student book, workbook, additional grammar book, wonderful lesson planner with lots of information, with lots of ideas, and step-by-step instructions how to make the lesson. Also, it is supported by flashcards, posters, and interactive whiteboard software. This is the program that you need to install to your computer in order to show the screen of the computer. What is great about these books is that all the materials are online, so students can find their audios. Teachers can find their tests, additional charts, some cartoons, word lists, and other different interesting information. The book is aimed to be taught from the 1st up to the 6th grade, and for the 2nd graders we have Close Up 2nd edition. That is a wonderful book that helps our students be ready for exam. They give these clear exam tips, strategies. Your students practice them together with exam tasks. They have these wonderful topics, so they're not just practice for exam, but they get interested. They have nice writing preparation, which is usually very difficult for our students, together with close-up tips, with useful expressions, with the tasks that are the same as on the state exams or international exams. They have very clear explanations why these or that materials should be taught, why you need to do this or that strategy. Some pictures from it. So to sum up, first of all, to motivate our students, we need to think about their own interests. It's a very great idea to use pictures to start discussion. If we integrate English with different subjects, we can help students to be interested in English if they are not interested in it, but they have some other hobbies. We can ask them lots of questions before reading, after reading, before showing the picture, after showing the picture, to find out about their world, about their personal experience, which is very important. And now, finally, I would like, so we announced the raffle among the participants of this of the webinar. I have here 3 books from National Geographic Learning, and right now, using random.org site, we will play. We will decide who will get the books. All other participants won't leave the webinar without the gifts. We share our PDF of meaningful speaking tasks, teaching ideas. These are activities made by teachers, actually. They just chose one of the page of the book and gave their own ideas. You will have these ideas together with the links. So if you follow these links, you will get the page from the book and some ideas what can be done with your students. So you can use them whenever you want. If you are not if you are not ready just to use the whole book, you can bring some words into the classroom together with these non-fiction readers for secondary pupils, which is called Footprint Reading Library. Also, so some more information, and then we will start our draw. Next Thursday, we are going to have this online conference by Andrew Walker and Alex Warren. You will get a link in the email. You can register there. You will get the certificates for it, and you will be inspired by brilliant author of the book and great teacher trainer. If you would like to take to find out more information about the book, if you would like to maybe to use these books with your classes or with your individual students in your city, in Rivne, the representative of our National Geographic Learning Publishing House is Victoria Kukla. You can contact her center and find out about the book, its price, order the books there. So everything you need, you can contact the representative in Rivne city. And for now, so I think that we will do this raffle finally. The certificates, while I'm doing that, the certificates will be sent within a week. It just will need me some time to find all. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to download this report of teachers who visited our seminar today. But we will find out, check the numbers of lucky teachers. If the lucky teacher is here, I will ask him or her to write down in this chat box, because if you are not here, if you have left earlier, or maybe you registered but didn't come, it means that we will choose another number in order to find out who the winner is. So what am I doing? I will just add, just 1 second. Okay, so I will add numbers. So each of the participant, each of the participant has own number. Okay, so many. Okay, this is me. I don't think we need me. Okay. Yeah, so we have 92 registrants. So let's check together with our random org the number. So we have from 1 to 92. And the first number is 74. Let's see the lucky teacher who gets Wonderful World's second edition, level 2, is teacher with number 74, and this is Katerina Levchuk. Please tell us if you are here. Katerina Levchuk. So I will wait for, now I will try to play with another book. So this is Wonderful World Level 1. Again, this book, oh, interesting, comes to number 73, and this is Olena Tomaszewska. Are you here with us today? Please write to us. So we are waiting for Katerina Levchuk, Olena Tomaszewska. If you are here, please write to me that you are here, and I will know that you will get the book. And next participant, lucky teacher, will be teacher number 41, the teacher who gets close up level B1. 41, this is Anastasia Kutsenko. Again, are you here with us today? So Anastasia Kutsenko, Katerina Levchuk, and Olena Tomaszewska. If you hear us, please write to me in this question mark that you are here. Okay, let's try one more. Number 42. Olga Kolobova. If no one answered Olga Kolobova, are you here with us? All right, so I think that, okay, let's try one more time. If it doesn't work, we will do it in a bit different way. So number 40. The lucky teacher is Oksana Zagura. Are you here? So, in this case, if we have a bit more registrants that actually come here, we will do the following thing. After I end this webinar, I will download the list of the teachers who actually visited the webinar. Because I have this record, but I can receive it only after the webinar has ended. So I will, okay, I have some. I'm here, Victoria Muzichuk, great, wonderful. Victoria Muzichuk, the teacher who won Wonderful World Level 1, as far as I remember. Right? Or number of close up. Oh my God. Оксана Левчик. Okay. Юлия Сафонова. Оксana Levchik. Did I? I'm very sorry. So I would. So not to take you here. Let's do it this way. So I will download this list. I will make a video of it, so for you to know that everything was as it's done. And among those who are here, you will receive the book. We will contact you, and you will get your prize. So you still have chances to win a book, because we have 3 books and 60 teachers, so that's why you will be able to win it. I will check again the results of today's raffle. If I see your comment in our chat box, you will be the winner. If I didn't see the comment, it means that we will choose another winner again. So I'm very sorry for this, for taking you a bit longer. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us today. These are my contact details. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I will be happy to help you. Anyway, I wish you great results with your students. I wish you stay inspired and motivated.